Hello everyone, welcome back. CoachFury here, and I'm back today with episode 2 of The Answer, our Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 20 Let's Play series, where we are trying to bring Alllen Iverson a ring in a season where he actually made the finals, but unfortunately lost out to the LA Lakers. At last episode, which was our first episode, we had a blistering start. We went, I think, 16-5, basically around our awesome defensive output and around Alllen Iverson's incredible shooting numbers, which he's averaging just under 32 points per game. So, as I sort of mentioned last time, I would see him basically up until just before the deadline. And as you can probably see on the right-hand side here, it's been a pretty awesome run for us. In fact, if I go to the standings and have a quick look at that in the conference, we are 41-10, and we are ahead by a couple of games on the Cavaliers, who are still pegging us back. But in terms of our position, I mean, we're probably, hopefully, 5 or 6 games away, wins away from being a playoff team, which is fantastic at this point in the season. But we've got some crucial decisions to make here in our sort of coming week, really. For those of you who can see the alert that's come up, basically saying that the trade deadline is 7 days away, and we've got some trade things we've got to have a look at. I'm kind of leaning towards trying to steal our first round pick this year if we can get someone in who can really put us right over the top, because I mean we are showing signs of being a championship team straight away. So why not? Let's try and go for it. I guess the important thing to note here is we've got some interesting decisions to make as well, not just on the trade deadline front, but on team incident reports. So I kind of let it go because I wanted to bring it back up in this episode, really. So it's mainly between these two guys, Tom Makaloff and Kevin Ollie, who have been constantly fighting every single week since about December. So either we're going to have to drop one or we're going to have to trade one. So I think what we'll do is we'll put them both on the block and just see if we can get some trade offers, along with a couple of other guys. So let's do that. So you guys, you're arguing too much. You're going to be traded or cut. You're not exactly key to our team at this stage. I'm also going to chuck on there McLeod, as well as Feek, who's our 1-year guy that we managed to pick up in off the free agency wire, really. Maxwell, Buford, you can also go. Jones, you can probably go. Geiger, you can probably go. But I mean, the key ones I probably want to keep around are Iverson, obviously, Hill, Snow, McKay, Lynch, and then Mutombo. So they're the ones I'm going to sort of not put on the block. But let's have a quick look at and see just who's actually available here. Because when I was looking through this, I was quite excited about some of the names on here. So, I mean, on this first page, I guess the ones that stand out really are Sam Cassell, but we don't really need a point guard. I'm really happy with how Snow has been doing, really. So I'm not going to try and pick him up. Other guys that are interesting to kind of have a think about really are Antonio McDyess. I'm not sure how we managed to find 27 million in salary to make that work. But I mean, if we want an upgrade at power forward, he's pretty amazing there. We've also got the likes of where is he? So you've got likes of like Mashburn as a sort of small forward. Or someone like Robinson, but I mean their salaries are probably slightly too high for us. I mean Sprewell's possibly an option. I'm not really sold on that, but the other guy that I saw that for other two that I thought would be interesting is Marcus Camby. So $17 million is not completely unachievable for us. If we want another really good centre player to put in, as well as Ben Wallace, who is a pretty awesome centre. So I'm going to have a little look to see whether we can get something done for those two now. A week out, I mean, they still might be holding on to them, but we can try. So we'll throw Ben Wallace on there. In terms of making the salary fit, we'll give you Geiger, we'll give you Jones, I guess. And, well, you can have Ollie because he's been moaning anyway. And we'll give you our first round pick this year. I mean, it says the advantages to us, but let's see if they will do it. Okay, talk when we have a real offer to make. What about if we gave you two? Oh, we can't trade first round picks. Let's give you a later first round pick. Would you do it for 2? They're very part on the deal here. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it looks like we're probably not going to get this one done at the moment. We might have to come back to this one. Okay, New York Knicks, where are you? We'll take out the first round pick here. We'll just do this one. What about if would you be interested in the same offer? Okay, no. So there's still, when we have a real offer to make. Okay, fair enough. We'll come back, I think. We're still a week out, so I mean there's still lots to do. So let's go through and sim through some games. And see how we get on. So we've got an email in the inbox. Let's have a quick look at that. A trade rumor. Yeah, we are definitely looking to trade Kevin Ollie because you have been a pain and you're just constantly moaning. So yes, we are absolutely looking to trade you. So no, nothing. Oh, we got another inbox email. A scouting update for Bobby Simmons. Okay. Okay, so we're 3 days out now, and we've got an email in the inbox, which is another trade rumor. Yeah, we are looking to trade Maxwell. Let's revisit. Let's just double check the trade block to see whether anything else has appeared on there. Ron Howard's 16 million possible option. I'm not completely sold on him. I really want to try. If we can get Ben Wallace, I mean that would be amazing. I guess let's try. Let's try again. See if their resolve has changed now. They're closest to their deadline. So I'll give you McLeod, Ollie. That makes it cap legal. I'll give you a first round pick this year. Okay, right, fine. What if I gave you a later first round pick? Okay, what if I gave you 2 first round picks and a second? Okay, they're just really not budging on that. What about if I took out gave you first round pick, give you pick as well? Not quite enough value. Okay, so the position has moved a little bit. Give you Maxwell as well. Okay. What about if I gave you a first round pick? Okay, that actually moved them back. Not quite enough value. Okay, well what if we did a second round? I'll give you 2 second round picks as an exchange. Not quite enough value. Okay, fine. I'll come back to you. What if you took that Canby? Very far apart. Okay, so we're probably not going to get Canby. I think we might get close to Wallace. Let's go through one more day. We got a game? No, we don't have a game. So it's the 6th. Let's go back in. Let's go back in and have another go. Right. Let's package this up. So I think if we give him Vic, we'll give him McLeod. That gives him 7 million. We then need to give them Ollie because that makes it work salary wise. We'll give you a first round pick for Mr. Wallace. Not quite enough value. What else could we give them? I don't really want to give away too much more. I don't really want to give away Tyrone Hill. Trying to upgrade, that's the thing. Trying to upgrade here. Wow, it's really weird how the additional first round pick doesn't make it work. Okay, fine. I don't think we're going to get anywhere with that. Might try again on deadline day. And a whole bunch of trades just happened. Okay, what just happened? Okay, some minor deals it looks like. No one we were really targeting. Larry Johnson's probably the biggest name, but he's past it at this stage. Okay. Tomorrow is the trade deadline. Yes, I know. I'm trying to make a trade. Okay, right. Last chance. I'm going to give you a last chance to get him. I'll give you Fick. Oh, I'll give you Fick. I'll give you McLeod. I'll give you our first round pick this year. And I won't give you Ollie then. I'll give you Geiger. He's slightly better, I guess. Not quite enough value. What if I gave you another first round pick? What about if I take someone's salary off of you? Take Brian Cardinal. No? Okay. Fine. I'll try you again one last time on deadline deal day, and that'll be our best attempt, I think. Okay, another cut. Oh, look at that. They've traded Ben Wallace for Larry Hughes. Oh, okay, fine. I can understand why you've done that. But that's really annoying. I've been trying to make a deal with you the whole time. And you dealt a second round pick and Ben Wallace to get Larry Hughes. Okay, fine. Right, who else is available? What else is going on? What else have we got on deadline day? Okay, fine. I'll try and get McCambie again. Oh, Oliver John's available. You still good defensively? I mean, you're pretty solid actually. 10 million. That could work. We could make that happen actually. We could get a 38-year-old Hakeem in. I mean, we'll try for Canby, I guess. If not, then we'll just try Hakeem because I mean, he'd still be an upgrade for us. Right, Mr. Canby. Right, we'll take you, and we'll do the same sort of deal we were offering the Pistons, which was something like this, I believe, and our first round pick this year. Okay, I don't think we have enough value to get Canby. Okay, fine. Over to the Houston Rockets. Where are you? So we'll take that out. Okay. We can give you Ollie. We can probably give you a little bit more then. So the advantage is to us. We can give you Ollie and McLeod, and it is cap legal. Make us 2 weak at centre. Okay. What if I gave you Geiger instead? Make you 2 weak at centre. I'll give you a second round pick. 2 weak at centre. Okay, fine. I'll give you Fick. But I want to keep Geiger. I'll do that. 2 weak at centre, you. Actually giving you the similar guy. I'll give you Jones as well. Actually, Jones is playing some minutes for us. We're not going to give you Jones. Give you Maxwell. There you go. Alright, fine. I'll give you 2 second round picks. Alright. That is plenty for that. It's a 38-year-old centre. Ah, okay. I don't think we're going to get this one done either. Oh, that's annoying. No deadline day deals, it looks like, for us then. Couldn't get anything done. I guess probably because we don't want to give up the core guys because we've been doing so well. I mean, if we weren't doing as well, I'd probably throw in like Tyron Hill to get someone. I mean, I guess the option is, I wonder if we get Canby for that, and if I threw you Tyron Hill. Nah, okay. Okay, guys, I think we're going to fall short here on our deadline day deals. We've had no offers for our players, and there's no one else I really want to pick up at this stage. Just double check. No, I don't think there is anyone that I want to pick up, unfortunately. Nope, I don't think so. So I think that's going to end our deadline day transactions, and we're going to move over to the All-Star game, I guess. So let's jump straight to the All-Star game. Okay, we've got a couple of emails. Yeah, okay. Iverson, you've been playing excellent. That's fine. So I guess in terms of Ollie and McLeod, I think we'll just see if they start arguing again, we'll just cut one of them. I think, but it looks like it may have died down because we haven't had any emails about it recently. But we're on to the All-Star game. So let's start the 3-point contest and the dunk contest. So the winner of the dunk contest, was Mike Miller. And the winner of the 3-point was Don McLean. So first up is the rookie sophomore game. Let's have a look and see how that went. So the sophomores won quite convincingly, with Elton Brand the player of the game. Yeah, I mean, pretty convincing. I mean, when you look at it, shot 70%, which is just a crazy figure. Okay, not really the best rookie sophomore game. But Eastern versus Western All-Star game. Shall we go in and watch it, guys? See if I would expect Alllen Iverson to be on here. I will be absolutely amazed if he is not. And there he is. No surprise he's starting. That's quite an interesting backcourt actually. Marbury Iverson backcourt. That's got scoring all over it. Paul Pierce, Anton Walker made it. Ben Wallace, who we tried to get. Oh, man, that was really annoying. Chris Webber, no surprise. Marion. Terrell Brandon is the starting point guard for the Western Conference. Wow. But let's dive straight into it. See if Alllen Iverson can become the MVP of the All-Star game. I mean, I know I've said it so many times before, but I really love that the game now lets you sort of put the jerseys in for each team in the All-Star game. It makes it feel like more of an All-Star game than it used to be with just the random block colours. Looks like it's a bit back and forth at the moment anyway in this first quarter. Yeah, pretty high scoring All-Star game, but very much end to end. Looks like Vince Carter's had a pretty awesome game for the bench though. 6 of 6, blimey. 7 of 7 now. Wow. Okay, at the half, the Western Conference has taken a 1-point lead. Stephen Francis with the player of the half so far, but I'm surprised that Vince Carter is not the player of the half with 7 of 7, 6 of 6 3-point attempts. Crazy, 24 points. I mean, that's some awesome play from him. How's Alllen Iverson doing? Because he's only played 7 minutes, which is surprising. Considering the rest of the starters all played more minutes than him, but okay. But let's go back into it and see how we get on. Hopefully Iverson can at least put up a shot. He hasn't done that yet. So I'm not sure whether Alllen Iverson's just refusing to play or whether he's just having a grumpy strop because he's currently 0-0 and he's had 1 block and that is it in this game. McDyess, another guy. Look at that, McDyess and Wallace, two guys we were thinking of possibly trying to get. Oh, that Wallace one's going to hurt me. If our guys go down injured, our post guys go down injured, I'm going to be cursing that Ben Wallace deal. I mean, I can't believe that you moved for Steve Francis in the end. Perhaps we should have thrown him Tyron Hill, and that might have got the deal over the line. I don't know, but good thing is, I guess, that he's on an expiring deal. So with our cap room, we could always try and get him in the off season, which we will have because we've got a couple of expiring players. So Iverson still has not taken a shot, although he's got 2 points, and is still in the block. 4 points as well. He's not had a single shot, but he's managing to get to the line. So looks like the Eastern Conference All Stars are going to take it. Looks like they have, yeah, comfortable by 7 points in the end. With Stephen Marbury as the player of the game with 47 points, but I have to say Vince Carter had a pretty amazing game. 7 of 7, 6. Didn't play many minutes the second half actually, which is surprising. But yeah, it looks like the Eastern Conference have taken that one. Oh, and we fit an error. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, bear with me a second, guys. I will quickly reload the game. Okay, we're back. I had to quickly re-sim through the All-Star game. Unfortunately, the game crashed on me just after that, so I was unable to recover it. You can see the Eastern All-Stars still won the game. Iverson actually put up some shots, which is better. But you know, Stephen Marbury was still the player of the game. Unfortunately, didn't get 47 points, but still did pretty well. So yeah, still the same result, just slightly different numbers for the players. We also managed to pick up. I mean, I guess the downside is we picked up an injury for McKay, who's out for 5 days. And Lynch is out for 2 days, so we're kind of limping a little bit, but I'm hoping that we've got another couple of days break at least to get us through, so we can reset our lineup, which is always good after the All-Star game. You do get a little bit of a break, and yeah, so we're back in here against the Magic. So we're going to set up our depth chart again, which I think is pretty much done. Unfortunately, McKay's out for 2 more days, so we'll get through this game, which is another good win, thankfully, against the Magic. And we haven't got a game here, thankfully. And then we'll reset the lineup, and we're probably going to just try and sim through as much as we can in the sort of remaining few minutes of this episode, really. So let's restore the lineup. Obviously, you come out. Lynch, you go in, I believe it's here. Vic, you go in there. I think that's our correct lineup. So we're just going to check our inbox quickly. Just some updating on Wallace. So I guess the positive side is that because we didn't do any deadline day deal, curse you, Ben Wallace, we still have our first round pick this year, which whilst it's probably going to be a low first round pick, it's still another player, I guess. So we're going to sim to the playoffs unless we get an action email, basically on our team instant with Ollie and McLeod, or whether we're going to get any injuries, and then we'll hopefully see if we can review it at that point. But I mean, I believe we're 45 and 11 at this stage. So I mean, hopefully we're going to be a playoff team, which is the main thing, and we are showing some really good signs of being a pretty good championship contender at this stage. I mean, I don't want to jinx ourselves, but I'm sure Iverson will hopefully come up for us in the playoffs better. And we have got experienced guys in our starting lineup in McKay, and McKay and Snow and co, really. So hopefully that's enough to get us over the edge. Obviously, we've got Mutombo as well, who is an experienced playoff player as well. Okay, so Alllen Iverson's out for 3 days. Okay, how many games is he actually going to miss? So he's going to miss 1 game, 2 games. Okay, so only 2 games. So we'll quickly just get the AI to chuck that in for us, and we'll just quickly sim through those games. So no surprise we lost our first one without him. Wouldn't be surprised if we lose to the Kings without him as well. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to our depth chart and restore our lineup. And put you back in. Okay, let's sim to the playoffs. So I think obviously a lot of what comes down to in the playoffs is going to be who we match up against, really, on the Eastern Conference side. So I think there's some teams that we're going to struggle against and some teams that we should get through quite easily against. Looks like we've got an email here. Okay, so just an update on Tinsley. So it seems like the whole incident between Ollie and McLeod, it seems to have died down, surprisingly. I haven't actually done anything with it. So, okay, so Eric Snow is, how long are you out for? You're out for 11 days, oh blimey. And you're out for 21 days. Wow, okay. So we need a full change in lineup. So McKay's going to have to come in. Geiger, I don't know why you are so high in our depth chart when you have no minutes. Ollie, why are you playing any minutes whatsoever? I'd rather give those to McKay. Same with this here. I'd rather give McKay far more minutes than Maxwell. Let's have a little look. Is there any free agents actually that we want to try and quickly pick up? Not really, by the looks of it. Tyrone Corbin, blimey. 38 years old, you're not really good enough, but interesting you are a free agent. Okay, so no one really. We are going to probably just sim to the playoffs, I think, at this stage. Let those guys rest up. Main thing obviously as well is about us sort of staying healthy, which is a key part of this. So I think what we'll do is we might, depending on how this goes, if we get any more injuries and have to pause, I think we'll just go right up until the playoffs, and then we'll probably end the episode there. Okay, so Alllen Iverson's made Player of the Week and Player of the Month and Player of the Week again. So it's good to hear. Goes carry on going to the playoffs though. So I think we will get to the playoffs at this point by episode 2, which is fantastic progress, I guess. Because we haven't really managed to make any trades and we haven't had any real injury concerns, we haven't had to pause as much. It looks like we've got to the playoffs now. So how have we done? Let's have a look. So we went on a bit of a winning streak just now. Bit of a losing streak midway through, it looks like. But we've remained pretty consistent. How have we ended up in the season? So we've ended 57 and 25, so that's fantastic. We lost the first seed, unfortunately, to the Cavaliers, who went 61 and 21, which is pretty amazing. But, you know, still, second seed is good. We're going to be up against the Heat, which is an interesting task for us. We'll probably recap them next episode. But Tim Hardaway and Morning is going to be a challenge for us. So in terms of the rest of the conference, I mean, pretty straightforward. No surprises really there from what I can see. Heading over to the Western Conference, we move it to conference standing. So the Kings came back on a tear. So remember our first episode, we said they were down at sort of 11 and 11, but they have ended up 60 and 22. So they've really come up trumps. Same with the Lakers, managing to win 59 games once Kobe came back. Jazz, Warriors, yeah, okay. Spurs are in there. No one really surprising who shouldn't be in there. Yeah, okay, great. So this is going to be a really interesting playoffs for us. So we're up against the Heat first round, who end up 41 and 41. Hopefully we should get past them, but we'll review it in the next episode. But yeah, good season for us. We're only 57 games. Let's have a quick look at our insights, see how we end up here. So our defensive rating still stayed first, 4th in net rating, still end up first in steals and points per allowed. So that's great. Obviously our shooting numbers are still pretty terrible, but that's as expected. Iverson managed 31 points per game, which is crazy. Did Eric Snow keep up consistency? Okay, he dropped to about 18, but wasn't expecting him to stay around that level. Mutombo averaging a double-double, which is good. Overall, not too bad. I'm looking forward to this playoffs. I think we've got a great chance of going all the way. Actually, we'll have to do some lineup management, but that's fine. We can do that. Yeah. So episode 2 done. We've finished the season quite considerably. Quite considerably, really, in just 2 episodes. But that sometimes happens when you haven't got too many changes to make. And we'll see how we get on against the Heat in the first round of the playoffs in the next episode. But if you've enjoyed the Let's Play series so far, always welcome to hear your comments or suggestions. And always hit the subscribe and like button, because that always helps us here on the channel to sort of reach a wider audience.